Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's something serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
Gigi, you guys have a clock here? Clock tower?
What'd you say?
You have a clock tower?
Hey, Facebook. It's me today. I'm so excited to be with you guys. I'm so excited to be with you. It's going to be a great show. We got a good guest. We're going to have a juicy conversation. And you guys,
I can hear you, Gloria.
lean in. Uh-oh. Lean in. Lean in. Yeah, it got me going. Oh, my God. They got me muted. I'm so excited. Okay. Oh, wow. I like that, Shanae. She's excited. She's listening on the treadmill at the gym. That's fabulous.
Me either.
That's fabulous.
I don't hear anything.
Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Ooh, we so serious. We so serious. We so serious. That's
Michael,
right.
we can't
Applause
hear
for
you.
my girls. Applause
We
for
can't
my
hear
girls.
anything from the
The
station.
force of friendship. This is Sabrina Goodwin Monday. 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We got issues.
Michael.
I'm so excited to have my girlfriends here.
Can you hear us, Michael?
I love that part of our song where it says,
Michael, can you
ooh,
hear
we
us?
so serious. Ooh, we so serious. We are serious. We have a lot of fun, but we get serious about some things. And we get serious about issues. We don't want to stay in the issue. We want to be all about the solution. And so thank you for joining us at 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We are broadcasting live. Yes, we are on Facebook, YouTube, while we're on the radio. You can catch us internationally. Just download the app. So when you go to Europe, when you go to Switzerland, when you're in Hawaii, when you're in Australia, you don't want to miss the show. Every day, Monday through Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Today, we got issues, baby. We're talking dating. Exciting or exhausting? What is it? What is it? What is it? Tell us about it. Oh, my. We're talking to all the single folks tonight. Yes, we are. Somebody says, I'm on the treadmill. Les, that's good. This is good that you're moving your body while you're talking to the girlfriends. Some of you are cooking dinner. Some of you are in traffic. Some of you are just chilling. It's your break in the day. Hey, Millicent Scott, I know you said that this thing was exhausting. We want you to call in. Okay. They say, okay, here we go. I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't know who can hear me. I think the radio audience can hear me. Okay, well, okay, so I'll start from the top. I was just talking. I was just really talking. All right, well, here we go. I love the jingle. When it says, ooh, we so serious. Girlfriends, we are serious about it. Thank you. Girlfriends, get the round of applause. Yes. I love each and every one of you. I love our tribe. You get an applause today. We're so serious to talk about relationships today, dating. Some of our girlfriends are serious in the hunt. And so we are talking dating, exciting or exhausting. We've been many different places, many different times. I wrote in the piece, love is a mini splendid thing, but it's a journey to get there. It is a journey to get there. And so as you call in today, 313-778-7600, we're going to talk about it all. I'm excited to be with my girlfriends, Crisette, Gloria, Caterina, and Sabrina. We are here. It is a wonderful working Wednesday. and we find ourselves on the radio once again. We don't miss.
Very
I'm
close.
gonna tell y'all some committed sisters. Y'all are some committed sisters, okay? Katrina at the park with her jean jacket on, just came from New Zealand with her grandbabies, and she is committed to being on the show. We're so glad you're here. To our audience, thank you for tuning in. We're classy. You're gonna learn these girlfriends. Some are messy, some are classy, some are funny, some are honored, some are techie, some are lazy, some are hazy, some are flighty. Oh, some don't know who they are, but we can describe them for you. But the thing is, we have a good time, and it takes all kind to make the world go round. We've had a blast building our tribe on 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. So, Katrina, talk to us. Looks like you're in a wonderful park somewhere, or parking lot. Where are you?
Yeah, right now I'm in the parking lot, and honestly, for our Facebook fans, I would have broadcasted. The ocean is about 18 feet steps from me, but the wind picks up too much in San Francisco. We're at Pier 15, the Exploratorium, and they just walked through the entire museum and all kinds of science things. And honestly, it was a great trip. The saddest thing was I didn't see not one other African American person, kids, none. You know,
Wow.
there was a Black Lives Matter. There's a Black Lives Matter exhibit. And I think there was one Black person working there, but you know.
What is the museum about?
Interesting.
What is the museum about?
Exploratorium. It's all science, robotics, everything to do with science, energy, motion, you know, everything. And it's one of the highest end ones in the Bay Area. It's, you know, right on the water. You can see the bridge right from it. So it's very high end, highly supported. Their big endowment, whatever they call it.
Right.
And so, you know, interesting. We have to expose our kids. So I'm grateful that they are exposed, and the lunch is packed. Gigi packed the lunch. That's a big deal for Gigi. Can I get a round of applause, Michael? I packed the lunch. I'm in Gloria's camp, okay? And I packed it myself, Gloria, okay? I didn't have no help. So that was a big deal. I know some of the moms is like, really? Okay, we do this on the regular, but it was a big deal for Gigi.
Good job, Gigi. You get an A+. You get an A. Gigi, you get an A+. Yes, you do. Excellent. Crisette, what's going on?
Hey, everybody. Welcome to 9:10 a.m. the Superstation. We got issues. We're excited to be here on today. And you know what? This is a great topic. When we came on, I looked at Sabrina and I was like, all right now, what's going on in your neck of the woods? When I say, I know to our radio audience, you can't see how Sabrina looks, but when I tell you she put some extra on it today, she looks absolutely gorgeous. She's going to win the necklace for today. Her hair is all done up, but let me tell y'all something. Her husband is back. They're going on a date night. Okay.
Yeah. It is a date night.
She don't be putting no extra on for us. She looked good. She put a little extra something on it for her main man.
I had to, because he bought me flowers the other day, and he said that my thank you wasn't very robust. It was just kind of thanks. And so,
your thank you wasn't robust.
Yes. So this is it, you guys. This is it. You know, we're starting to have our goodbye dinners because we're moving away, and so we've got couples that we want to say bye to and spend some time with. So bittersweet. So we're going out with another couple tonight.
Wow. Well, I'm telling you, letting them have it tonight, Sabrina. You letting them have it. All eyes are going to be on Sabrina Goodwin Monday. She looks absolutely gorgeous. But you guys, what do you think about, and Sabrina, you actually brought this up in our chat about the $100 million that Jeff Bezos gave to Van Jones and to Chef Jose Andres. OMG.
I bet you he got some folks want to date him. Okay, I know he got a girlfriend. Okay. But I bet you got folks in line right about now. Okay, get in line.
But think about it, you
guys. To have more than one girlfriend.
Right.
$100 million. You guys, he went to bed Monday night, and woke up Tuesday, and Tuesday left Tuesday as a rich, $100 million. I mean, really, that he can do whatever he wants to with.
Whatever he wants to do.
Did he know?
That is the big deal.
He had to know, Sabrina. He had to know.
He knew on Saturday. He said on the interview, he knew he got the call on Saturday. He got the call on Saturday. The announcement was on Tuesday, but he didn't know anything before Saturday. And that was what was so interesting, is that they said, do whatever you want. I just want to give it to you because I know that you're going to do something to get the community together. And he gave it to the other guy saying, I know what you're going to do something to feed the hungry. My mind was blown. $100 million.
But you know what? What that shows you is, you never know who's watching you. And a lot of people think that they have to have a whole lot in order to start something. Oh, if I had $1 million, then I could do this to feed the poor. If I had $1 million, I could do this. But you know what? It just goes to show you, start with what you have, because whether you're feeding 3 people that are hungry, because of your heart, you never know who's watching you be diligent in those 3 people. And now they say, you know what, that was the test to see if you were going to use your gift or be a humanitarian with a few, and now I can trust you with a whole lot. I mean, that right there was awesome.
And he gave wanted to give it to a unifier. He wanted to gift people that unified this country, this divided country. And I thought that was beautiful. Mm-hmm. It's just amazing, and you guys.
He gave it to him. He gave it to the individual, not to his foundation, right? So it ain't. I don't even know that you can write that off. It's just a gift. I mean, I'm just saying. I kept waiting for it to say the Van Jones Foundation. No, it was
That's right.
Van Jones.
Really incredible. Yeah, I mean, this variant, this Delta variant is running wild. Cases are upticking like crazy. And young children, 12 and under, who are not able to be vaccinated yet. Right here in Durham, 1 out of 5 cases are children under 12.
What?
And yes.
1 out of 5.
Yeah, 1 out of 5. And we're averaging now, when we were down just 2 weeks ago, 300s, now we're over 1,200 in a day.
What?
Yeah.
A day?
Yeah.
From 300 to 1,200.
Just like that. So I just was getting a little overwhelmed. I just turned off the news earlier today. I couldn't wrap my mind around all that was going on. I had heard enough and said, let me turn on some gospel music. Let me get in my world and just keep on moving to the best of my ability.
And you know
There's a lot going on.
One of the things too, Sabrina, that I think is really important. I heard one of the doctors, and she was talking about, everything that's going on with the Olympics. And now today they did say 79 Olympic. They didn't say that they were people supporting it. They said these were people that were in the competition. They all had the virus. But what she said is this: the danger is this. And I hadn't even heard this before. She said, when you're in a massive crowd and groups of people, we know about the Delta. She said, but viruses, they feed off of environments where they duplicate themselves, and they're always trying to reinvent themselves. So, we know about the Delta variant. But she said, when you're bringing these many people from all these different places, there's a danger of a new variant being created. And that makes it worse, because even though we've been vaccinated, and she really said, if you're in crowds, you may want to consider putting your mask back on, because the vaccine that we received was for a certain variant. And now that you're bringing all these people together, it could be a different kind of variant. So I think we just have to be cautious.
We do, for sure. You guys, our topic today. We're talking about the hot topics of the news, but we are talking dating, exciting or exhausting.
Wait a minute.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to you, Gloria. I'm going. Just call in. Yes, call in 313-778-7600. And before she has to come apart, Gloria Mayfield Banks, my co-host, say hello to the people. Say hello to the
it wasn't even about me. It wasn't about me. It was about the news of the game. The news of the game. We haven't talked about the game, you guys.
Oh,
the game. We didn't talk about the game. We didn't talk about the game. We didn't talk about the game. First time in 50 years. And one star just blew everybody away. Just blew it away with 50 points. I mean, the decision. I didn't even know all the backstory. They wanted to fire the coach. He was going to go to a different team. And then he comes out. They stayed together, right? And then he gets 50 points and brings home the championship. So I just had to say, like, it was amazing story. And then for the coach of the Suns to go over to and greet and meet and talk to them. Classy. I was just blown away. You know, I love to see that kind of role modeling over and over and over again. And then to see him tear up the way he teared up when he had to talk about it. This is what I loved about what he said. He said, it's hard to get here. It's hard to get here. Right? It's hard to get here. And so we so many times think about what we complain about and what we trouble about, but he said it's hard to get here and it's hard to lose. It's hard to lose. It's hard for me. It's hard for the family, but you don't get there unless you go all in. He went all in, then went to the other team and congratulated them, and then to lose the way they lost. 2 games back to back and then 4 games. And then for Minnesota to have what they have, 65,000 people outside of the state. I hope that ain't a spreader again. Like I was like Milwaukee. I thought, you know, I was thinking all the spreading the COVID, but I mean, really 65,000 people cheering. Can you guys even imagine the energy that was out there? That thing could have taken flight like Jeff Bezos did. I just was like, wow. I was so excited about that.
Yeah. And what about Yanni's family? He's got 2 other brothers with a championship ring. One who played for LA Lakers and another one who's on Milwaukee's team. So there's 3 boys in that family with the NBA championship ring.
I didn't even know that.
Come on, Nigeria.
Wow.
Okay? And he said all he wanted to do was make a way better for his family. That's why he started shooting the rock. That's why he wanted to play ball, to make things better for his family.
And
now, 3 of those boys.
Sabrina? One of the other things too, going to the games, the big joke was whenever he went to the free throw line, because he was horrible at the free throw line. And I'm telling you, I felt so bad sitting in the stands listening to him say 10, 9, 8, and he would always miss. But let me tell you, I don't know who pulled him aside, what he did, but baby, when I tell you, he was ready for him. He got that under control. I think of all the free throws, he only missed 3, and the other team was counting on him missing those free throws. But I'm gonna tell you, he knew that was his Achilles heel, and he went and he made sure that wasn't going to be the reason they lost.
Oh my goodness. So many stories, you guys. This could be a whole show all by itself. But did you guys know that the Phoenix Suns coach lost his wife a few years ago in a tragic car accident? 45 years old. They had in Oklahoma City, he was assistant coach at the Oklahoma City Thunder a few years ago, very few years ago. Somebody on meth had a head-on collision with his wife, killed her. 2 of the children, they have 4 or 5 children, like 5 to 17. And so it's just a tragic story. And whenever I saw him, all the kids lived. 2 were hurt, but they survived. And to watch him go in that locker room and congratulate those boys, so much hurt and tragic. And here he was. He stepped away from the game for 2 years after that happened. And now to make it to the finals, I just wish him the very best. I do. You guys, we got to go to our guests. We got to bring our guest in before we go to break. D-Tree, come on in, girl. Come on in, D-Tree. You've been so patient. You've been so patient. These girlfriends, you got to shut them up sometimes, D-Tree. We got to shut them up. Thank you.
I'm listening.
The dating game, exciting or exhausting? D-Tree, tell us a little bit about yourself. We're going to go to break in about 3 minutes, but go ahead, introduce yourself and tell us where you are in the process.
Sure thing. Good evening, everybody. Good afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the whole wide world. I am D-Tree Epps, and I am based in Durham, North Carolina. I am super excited to talk about this topic today of dating. I can't believe I'm excited to talk about dating. You would be laughing if you heard me 6 months ago. Like my girlfriends listening to me talk about dating 6 months ago were like, Dietrich, I don't know. I think, I would be like, oh no, I won't do that. No. And then I just had to shift my mindset and think about really what do I want for my life. And so, I'll tell you the story after the break, but I went from exhausted about dating to excited about dating. And so, look, I'm bouncing. I don't know. I'm happy to share the story whenever you're ready.
Yeah, that's excellent. We won't want to pause for the cause in the middle of the story, so we're going to go take a break. We got a few bills to pay. We're going to encourage our listeners to call into 313-778-7600. You are listening to The Girlfriends on We Got Issues, WFDF. We'll be right back.
You guys, this is so exciting, so juicy. Okay, here we go. For those of you who know and love Dietrich, you got to say hi to her. You got to say hi to her. We are going to bring this hot topic. Now, this is what makes this thing fun, Facebook, is that we can bring hot topics. We can bring hot news. We can bring hot energy. We can bring sad news. We can bring informative news. We can do whatever we want to do on this station. So we want you not only to call in and lean in, to give us comments about it, because that's really what's making it fun. The other thing, super exciting, is, using that chat. Like, if you can hear me, some of y'all just hit the chat. We want to know that you can see me, because I was asking you guys if you hear Sabrina, and everybody was waiting. So I just absolutely love it. Yes, she got her sisters on there. She got Tony, her dating mentor, on here. So this is very exciting. I know, Amelia. That's very exciting. Tanya, you guys, you got to think back of you. Some of you are thinking forward. Like, do I even want to date again? Like, do I want to date? I might want to mate, but do I want to date? Then some of you might be having to think back, way back, like maybe 10 years, way back, maybe 20 years, way back, maybe 30 years. And like, wow, okay, let me think about what it felt like when I was dating, because I'm definitely going to go there. Then you're thinking about your girlfriends who talk to you about dating. Like, what are you going to say to them? What are you going to lean in when they start dating? Now, the four of us on here, the most recent one that was dating was Caterina. So we can so remember that. And the rest of us, like, I remember when Sabrina was dating. I remember when she was dating. You know what? And she's probably going to remember when I was dating. That's how long we've been girlfriends. None of us remember when Crisette was dating, okay? She came into the group already locked down, right? So it is so exciting to have this particular topic. And we're going to go in deep. But let's not be surfacey. You guys, let's not be surfacey. Let's be courageous and dial in at 313-778-7600. Let's not be surfacey. Let's put some chats in here so that we can really hear what your thoughts were or what your experience was when you were dating, because that makes it exciting. And as we lean into the rest of the week, I mean, have you guys even got the hot topics of all the juice that's going on? We didn't even have a chance to hit it all. I would love for you guys to talk about what are the hot topics are there. Like, what else did we not talk about that's hot right now? Because there's so much stuff.
Yes. And we are talking dating, the dating game. Are you excited? Are you exhausted? We want to know. But first, we're going to go to our special guest, Dietrich Epps, out of Durham, North Carolina. She said just 6 months ago she was exhausted. Now she's excited. So girlfriends, be encouraged. It can change just like that. But I do know you got to put some work in. So Dietrich, tell us your story.
Yeah, so I'll share my story. I'm happy to share it because, as women, first of all, I'm 57 years old, right? So I'm divorced, been divorced.
Girl, you look good. You look good.
Thank you. I need to let folks know I'm 57. And so, I've been out there for a little while and I've been divorced. I was married for 18 years and was hurt, right? Was hurt for a long time. And so after I got divorced, I moved here to North Carolina and I just really immersed myself in my work, right? But in the background, I knew I wanted to be married again. I knew I believe in marriage. I believe in love. I believe in like all of that, right? The romance of what God created for me as a woman. And so over the years, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get back into dating. After I got divorced, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get back into dating after my heart got settled. And so I thought, okay, I'm ready. But then here I am ready, and nothing was coming this way. So I'm like, let me do a little something different. Maybe I'll dress a little different, do my hair a little different, do something. So, I'm laughing at my own self. So I travel a lot for work. So I thought, you know what, maybe I'll meet somebody in the airport. So I'm smiling, walking down in the airport. I'm like, and nothing was coming my way. So, I feel like I'm an attractive woman. I'm friendly, I'm vivacious. I like to laugh. I like men, but nothing was happening. So I started thinking about it, and I went out on a few dates, but nothing really. And about a year ago, I said, you know what, something is really going on. I feel like I'm ready for a relationship, but it's not coming to me. I'm very successful. I'm a CEO of my own company. I have to say I'm a Mary Kay beauty consultant. I'm around all these amazing women you see on The Force of Friendship and beyond. So, I know what it means to achieve your goals. And I was achieving goals left and right, but not in the area of relationship and dating. And so guess what I did? I started working on me. And I started saying, what is it? What is it that I feel like I'm so open to relationship, but it's not coming to me? And so I started focusing on myself and thinking about and envisioning. It was on my vision board. This is what happened. It was on my vision board for years, like relationship, marriage, all of that. And I moved a year ago, and I looked I was moving my vision boards because I keep them in this closet so I can see them. But I wasn't moving with all those vision boards. So I just took one vision board with me. And I had on the back of it relationships. And I promise you, the Spirit of the Lord said, Deetri, this is why you don't have relationship, because you put it on the back burner, just like it's on the back of this vision board. And I was like, whoa, that was April. Yeah, that was April of a year ago. And I said, okay, Lord. So when I moved into my home in June of last year, I turned the vision board around and I said, this will be my focus from now on. I will focus on relationship. And so what I started doing was working on me. How do I want to show up in relationship, and who am I looking for in relationship?
Right.
And that's when things started to turn around for me. So I'll stop there and see, I'll say that's when things started to turn around, but then that's when Bumble happened and some other stuff that we can get to.
Bumble. Oh my goodness,
Yes.
Deetri. Well, we're so excited that it's starting to turn around for you. But the key is, what I heard you say is, I started to work on me first. What I've read through this research that I've been doing on this topic is that self-respect, self-love, first and foremost. When you find joy from within, you're going to attract joy and love and success on the outside. And so I believe that's so key. Top 10 dating apps, because you mentioned them. It's interesting. I hear a lot about Bumble, but it's not one of the top 10. Check out the top 10, you guys. They say the top 10 for 2021. Zoosk, Elite, Zeus has Deetri's like, I know all of them. Yep.
Are you reading from number one to or that? Are you reading from number one?
Has 40 million single worldwide. ZOOSK. 40 million. I'm like, doggone, if it has 40 million, there's somebody for somebody out there, okay? If you can't get a match out of 40 million, that's a problem. But anyway, okay, then number 2 is Elite. Number 3, eHarmony. Number 4, Match. Deetri like, Number 5, Silver Singles, 50 and older, Silver Singles. When I tell you they got something for everybody out there. Number 6, dating.com. That's a global dating network. So if you want a man from Argentina, go to dating.com. That's a global network, okay? If you want an Australian guy, go there. Okay, number 6, Our Time, 50 and older. Number 8, Black People Meet. Are you familiar with Black? You familiar with the Deetri?
Wow,
got all this, okay? Number 9. Can you believe there's number 9? J-Date. That is a site for Jewish singles. J-Date. They have their own site. Yep, it's one of the top 10. And number 10, Be Naughty. That's just a casual flirty web dating site. Be naughty.
What do you know about that, Dietrich?
Dietrich, you know that? Okay. Yes. And so, Dietrich, tell us about if you're familiar with any of these sites and which ones that you found most successful. But before that, we got a caller. I don't know if he's still there. Let's go to the phone lines. We had a couple of callers. Caller, are you still there? Hi, how are you?
Marathon.
Hey, man.
Hey, Marathon. You never miss a day. How are you today? Pretty good. I'm listening to the subject. I can weigh in on it. Okay, what you got? What's your issue on dating today? Are you in a dating phase of excitement or exhaustion? Well, I just kind of took time off for myself to get myself together. Mm-hmm. Good. What'll happen is you'll find yourself wanting to be in a relationship because you're scared of being alone. Mm-hmm. And once you get used to being by yourself, you're gonna be okay. You'll be with somebody later. Yeah, good. That's good. Then you don't get caught up. Then you don't get caught up and you want some sex. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So you decided to take some time, and do you feel like you're about ready to get back out there in Marathon, or are you still going to take some more time to work on you? Well, the line of work that I do, I'm a musician, an entertainer, so I'm very selective about who I deal with because anybody can want to be with you when they see you in the limelight. Mm-hmm. They got to really get close to me to see what I'm about. Mm-hmm. Right, very good. Those are good points. Good points, Marathon. Well, Marathon, continue to work on self. I really appreciate that you are just not out there receiving whatever comes your way, but you said you want to take the time to spend on you, and when you're ready for a relationship, you will be ready. And so we know that love will be ready for you when you're ready for love. Thank you for calling, Marathon. All right, now, bye-bye. You take care. All right, bye-bye. All right, Marathon, he's off Facebook.
Calling you guys, 313-778-7600. Where are you in the dating game? So, Dietrich, what dating apps, because in the land of COVID, the pandemic, that's the way people were meeting in a big, big way. So tell us about that.
So for me, pre-COVID, I did blackpeoplemeet.com, eHarmony, Match. So those are the three that I can remember off the top of my head, right? So, and when I went on each of these, I had different experiences. I had no success in any of those. When I went on blackpeoplemeet.com, for example, I felt like there were so many men like connecting with me, flirting with me, winking at me. I felt like if you go to a party and then everybody turns around and just starts talking to you at the same time, oh, you look nice. I was like, oh, this is not for me. It was too overwhelming. And I didn't have time to like figure out which one I should say hello to. Or yes, I know Tony met her husband on blackpeoplemeet.com.
Okay, Black People Meet. All right,
everybody.
I'm not saying anything wrong about blackpeoplemeet.com. If you like a whole bunch of attention coming at you at the same time and you have time to weed through all of those names and people, that might work for you, right? And then I did eHarmony, and the type of people that matches you up with people that are more connected to your personality. You do a whole set of questions that you answer. So it's very, very prepared to connect you with somebody they think you'll get along with. What I think I did on eHarmony is I set my settings so specific that I was only getting, somebody said Black People Meet was like a meat market. That's how I felt about Black People Meet. So, right. So, right.
Hey, well, you ain't never lonely. Well, the good thing about that is, so the thing is, you don't have to be lonely. Is that what you're telling me, Dietrich? That if you
want that, it's there for you. If you want to meet someone, go on blackpeoplemeet.com and men will be like, boom, 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 boom. Look, ready for you. So
hey, Dietrich.
yes.
Did you ever find anybody? Well, of course, you said that didn't work for you, but did you ever go whatever app that you? Was there any apps that you found interesting enough individuals that you set up a date and went out, or no?
That wasn't until Bumble. Like with eHarmony, I did that. I spoke on the phone. With Match, I didn't really meet anybody. It wasn't until Bumble, but I think I actually was more about, I'm going to say it again, it was more about me than it was about the platform, I think. Because I set my specifications so tight that only a limited amount of men would meet my specifications. I have a very high standard, right? But I had to recognize that if I set my standard that tight in the online dating system, it was going to weed out a lot of people that I might actually be interested in talking to. And so that's what I discovered with Bumble, B-U-M-B-L-E, Bumble. So after I worked on myself and I set my vision, I created a new vision board. I'm sharing it with everybody. I printed it out. This is just for my relationships. Like this is a relationship vision board. Like, look at that. Isn't that, look at that. Wow. I love it. I have this. Gloria, you will love this. I have it on my refrigerator. I have it in my bedroom.
That's right. That's right.
I have it all over my house.
Everywhere.
I have set my intention. And with Bumble, what I learned is that Bumble is made for women. So designed by a woman, made for women. So women have the first kind of like choice in who they talk to. So what I learned though is that I have to not say, oh, I don't like this about him, I'm swiping, no. Instead, I learned to say, what do I like about this person that I could connect with? And if I'm not disgusted by them, can I at least go out with them and meet them for coffee?
That's a strong word.
It is a strong word, but I had to reframe my thinking, right? So I had to think about, like a true CEO, Tony said, right? So what I said is that first I would give them a chance with the texting on Bumble. First of all, I said yes to a lot more men, right? If they didn't have to be my type. I have a specific type, but if they didn't look like my type, I would still say yes if there was something about them that was like, oh, I could talk to this person. It's okay. It's only coffee. It's only a text message, right? How deep is a text message? I was just, so I had to reframe my thinking. So I would text them. And then if they texted me back right away and had good conversation and they texted with proper, my standards for texting back and forth, which is,
spelling.
I have standards for that. And so
okay, so they need to know how to spell. They need punctuation correctly. I hear you, correct grammar. I got you.
Right.
No broken English. No broken English.
All them caps. All caps
right.
will get you picked out. Okay.
Exactly.
I know I have a girlfriend and she says, well, he's a good texter, meaning that he is grammatically correct and he's, that makes a difference, right? In the first form of communication, absolutely. Yes.
He might be dyslexic.
He might be dyslexic. Okay, well, he needs to say that. He needs to make himself.
It's okay if he's dyslexic. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Gloria. So you cannot disqualify. You can't disqualify someone. You can't disqualify someone if they don't spell properly, because there's another function on. So if they text and if they say more than 2 or 3 words, like "What up? You up yet?"
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean by that. Yeah, right. Yes, that was a no. And so the next step would be to talk on the telephone, right? But again, Bumble allows you to talk to them on Bumble. So I didn't have to give out my phone number, which I don't like giving out my phone number like that. And then somebody taught me get a Google Voice number. And that's the next step off of Bumble is then you can talk to me on my Google Voice number. So I have these levels, right? So, and then after Google Voice, then you can do a video chat on Bumble. So you see the person. So in COVID-19, my first dates were actually a video date. right? And so that really was a date because you get to, just like we're doing right now, right? It was a video date. And so I video chatted with someone, and then eventually, you know, he and I video chatted quite a bit. And then we, and guess what I found out? This is the part I did not plan on. I live in Durham, so Bumble picks up that he's in Greensboro, North Carolina, right? So I'm thinking, oh, he's an hour away. That's cool. So then when we video chat and everything, I find out he was visiting his father in Greensboro, and he lives outside of Detroit. So I find myself in the middle of a long distance relationship. I'm like, oh, Lord.
What?
Yes.
That's okay.
But it's
Long
worth
distance
it.
is
Let me
okay.
tell you, it's worth it.
It's worth it. Okay.
It's
we
worth
want to hear more
Detroit,
about
I
that.
might know who it is. You said Detroit. I might know who
Okay.
it is.
I will connect with you. I will connect with you.
Okay, you guys, we're going to the phone lines. This is so juicy, so good. You know, women, we love to talk about dating. We have a lot of chat going on in the chat box. We have callers. We know that dating is hard work. We know that love is what we all want, and it takes work to get it. And I quite honestly have talked to some girlfriends, and they're frustrated. They said they're tired. You guys know my girlfriend Patty that I hadn't talked to in a while. I said I was going to call her from that day, Gloria.
Right.
Yeah.
I called Patty yesterday. We talked for like an hour. And so we caught up. You know, she said, Sabrina, I'm so glad you called me. I have your family's picture on my mantle. I was just thinking about you. Yeah. And so we're going to see each other the next couple of weeks. But I asked her about love life. You know, we got to get that in. She said, girl, I ain't thinking about nobody, and ain't nobody thinking about me. I'm exhausted. Wow. I just don't have the energy for it right now. And so I encouraged her because she's a beautiful woman, a lot to give. And so we want to encourage you guys, don't give up on love. Don't give up on love. We're going to our phone lines. Who's on the phone line? Jessica, are you there?
Yeah, hello, I'm here. Oh, hi. Jessica, can you hear me? Hey. Yes. Hey, Jessica. Hello. This is such a juicy topic. So tell us, Jessica, what questions do you have? What are your thoughts? I mean, I'm just enjoying the show, but I have to say, the vision board idea just had me feeling a little overwhelmed and discouraged. Like, it doesn't work for dating.
Oh yeah, it works for everything. A vision board works for everything because you know it's one thing to put a vision, but the vision board is only a reflection of your imagination. So when you take your imagination and put it on the vision board, it becomes much clearer. And most people who have a lasting relationship
had an imagination what it was going to look like. So a vision board just continues to make things clearer, to call into action what you want. It clarifies your prayer. I'll tell you that right now. Anyway, I have to say this. Can I say something? Yes. My mic is muted. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can hear you. So I want to say something about my vision board. I didn't plan on making this vision board. I just knew what I wanted. And one morning and I'm a prayerful woman, so I'm praying, I'm asking God, Lord, you know what I want. You said you give me the desires of my heart. So first I connect with myself, I connect with God before I put this together, right? And then as I woke up one morning, I started writing it in my journal. And it came to me to actually go online and just find pictures of what I wanted in my heart. And then that's how it ended up. That's why I call it the vision board. I didn't plan on making this. It just was something that came out because I'm working on being more creative. So it came, and that's what's at the top of it. It's creative. So I'm working on being more creative, and it just came out of a creative space for me. So, and it didn't feel like work. It actually felt very joyful because I was connecting with myself and what my desires were. It was not about who am I going to date. It was about what do I want in my life. I used to say, I don't need a man. I'm telling you, 8 months ago, I was walking with my friend saying, oh, I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And my friend told me, Dietrich, how are you ever going to date if you keep saying you don't need a man? And I said, I don't need a man. And I was right, true. I did not need a man. And it wasn't until I started working on myself that I said, how on earth can I accomplish this without a man? I got you. Impossible. That is impossible. So I was like, okay, I do need a man. Wow. And it was the power of creativity. And I realized that the last few months, I had not tapped into my creative gifts. I am creative, but I had not, in this, they had gone dormant in this pandemic. And it's another powerful word that we are co-creators to God. I was the creator, I'm the co-creator of my life. And I had given up that power. I had gotten out of that seat. And so I thank you for that word, Caterina. Creative, be creative. We're going to the phone line, 313-778-7600. Tony, are you there?
Girlfriend. You know I love this topic. You know this is my favorite topic. I love it. Okay, first, so fast. You know I have a few points because my rule is if you say my name more than twice, I'm calling in. Number one, yes, I met my husband on blackpeoplemeat.com. Yes, it was a meat market. Yes, they are coming at you left, right, upside down, sideways, and around the block. And you have to know who to answer and who not to. And it was real easy for me, and it helped me to keep the main thing, and not get overwhelmed. And it could be like a part-time job. It really could, but I was intentional about not having the notifications on my phone. I had to go check for things so that I wasn't always wrapped up in it. So that was the whole Black people thing, because I saw all the little comments about me, and on blackpeoplemeat.com. Okay. Then you were talking about this being about dating, is it exciting or exhausting? So it turned out exciting for me because I met my husband, but I just want to tell you one exhausting story because listen, there are some real busters out there. I'm telling you. Losers. Okay, you are correct. I went on a date, okay, and you know, if you know me, you know, I'm kind of I keep it together pretty tight, you know, I can put it together when I need to, and when you're in the dating world, you're trying to keep it together and do your thing the right way, right? So I meet this guy at the restaurant, and it was packed, and he was kind enough to sit in his car in the parking lot and hold a space for me because there were no more. So I pull up in my car, which was kind of a nice car, and he backed out and let me in, and he comes in the restaurant, and he has a little gift bag, and in the gift bag was a little candle and a bottle of Moscato, and the first thing I remember is when we were walking to the table, he walked in front of me, and I was trotting behind him like a puppy. Okay, all right. So we sit down, and in our conversation, he literally started interviewing me like he complimented my eyebrows. He said, your eyebrows are really nice. And I said, oh, thank you. He said, do you do them yourself or do you go to the salon? I said, well, actually, I do them myself. And he said, oh, okay. And I have a natural haircut. And he said, you know, I love a woman with short hair. He said, but you probably go to the salon, twice a month? I said, sometimes if I stretch it, I can make it to 5 weeks. And he said, right. He said, well, you get your nails and toes done. And this dude was trying to figure out how much it was going to cost to date me. Like, literally was asking me, and I said, I probably just had to say, dude, because I don't want to say his name, dude, you have the walk. So exhausting. When I tell you, I could tell you so many date stories about men that just totally have it just so long, It was exhausting. But we stay in the fight. And then we try up. So that was my exhausting story because Dietrich's exciting story is like super exciting when you get the real meat of the real.
We're here to get that. We want that for sure. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, because we know that in pursuit of love, there is lust, there's love, and there are losers. And it's all trying to make the world go round. Dietrich, I can't believe how fast this is going. Thank you, Tony, for calling in. Thank you, Jessica, for calling in. Thank you, Nassar, for calling in. Dietrich, we don't want this show to go much further without getting to the meat of finding this man and how you guys got to this point. Because 6 months is pretty.
To go from exhaustion to excitement. So tell us about that.
It was pretty incredible. Like once I decided and made up my mind to like open up myself to talking to different men and dating different men, even though they didn't meet all of my standards. I went out with someone outside of my race, which I was not interested in really, but I did it because I was like, I got to get myself out here. And if this is the ones that are asking me out, okay, yeah, I'll meet you for coffee. So talk about exhausting. One date I went on with a guy, he talked to me, a 30-minute coffee date is what I tried to keep it to. 20 out of the 30 minutes, he talked to me about his traumatic experiences in the church and with his first wife. And it was like, I felt like he was vomiting on me, just, and I'm a very compassionate person. So I'm just being sympathetic and empathetic. Right. But at the end, I just said to him, that was a lot, so, and I said, I have to go now, and just bye. I did go out with him for another walk after that, but after that, that was it. So it can be exhausting, right? But the interesting thing is, shortly after on Bumble, my niece told me, Auntie D, that's how the men are on Bumble. You got to get off of Bumble and go on something else. She said, they're not looking for what you're looking for. And so I just gave it another try because I didn't want to go back to all these other things. And suddenly I met someone who had a name on Bumble that was like, the name was like, I never heard of this name, but I was like, okay, if that's his name, that's his name. And my name is not my name, Dietrich Epps, on Bumble either. I don't use my actual name because my name is very unusual. So I said hello to him. He said hello to me using these artificial names. But we kind of connected pretty quickly and went to a video call. And I knew this guy was for real when he left. He was with his some of the guys at an NBA draft. They do the NBA draft and they're watching it. He came out of there because he had missed a call with me the day before. He came out of there, sat in his car, and kept a phone call with me because he had committed to do that while the NBA draft thing was going on. I was like, okay, this guy's serious. This guy's serious. That's a big deal. So that was our first video conversation. We had a couple of video conversations. Then I found out he actually lived outside of Detroit. And he asked me, like, how do I feel about a long distance relationship? And I said, I don't know, because I never intended to be in a long distance relationship. But, but by this time we had such nice connection. It didn't even matter. I just was like, I just wanted to talk to him. And so it's been about 3 months now, and we have an amazing connection, amazing chemistry. He meets all of the things I'm looking for. There's only one thing that's major that I'm still like praying about. But I said, God, if you cleared him, I'm clearing him, right? God brought him, this is a prayer thing, right? So I'm like, God, if you're working this out and you have me to be with him, I'm with him. And guess what I'm doing? I'm staying in the present. This is the first time in my life I've dated someone and I'm not like, is he the one? I'm like, I'm enjoying your company. He was forecasting, like thinking of, because we get along so well, he's thinking of the future and all that. And I said to him, I appreciate so much the connection that you and I have. He makes me feel giddy. I giggle, I laugh. I feel like a little girl. Ooh. I'm a 57-year-old little girl when I'm talking to him. It's just like, woo, like,
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love it. That is amazing. So, you guys, okay, you guys, we got a caller. Can we, girlfriend, you want to jump in or should I go to the caller?
Go to caller.
Okay, Harry, are you there?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, I'm enjoying the show. Thanks for taking my call. I do a little bit of online dating and stuff, and I just want to ask. I just want to respectfully ask a favor to all the ladies who are out there listening. When y'all please make y'all profile, especially if y'all think y'all gonna meet somebody in real life, please do need to set up a meet and greet, coffee or whatever, meet somebody in your real life. Please, but now that you're older and established and everything, although you think your high school picture was really cute, and to your immediate family,
They always tell you, girl, you look the same as you looked in high school. Stop. Your high school picture on here, and you know that ain't no real. That was a size 6'8", and you not in that category anymore. And you know, sometimes it seems like some of y'all, some of the wonderful, wonderful women would do that under the, you know, the thought that, well, hey, when we meet in person, they'll be so charmed with you, they won't even hardly notice. And that's not me. And so, as a polite guy who's not just going to get up and leave or just say, oh, hell no, somebody, you know, I'm going to, you know, I'm not going to be unpolite. But it puts a lot of pressure on the guy to, you know, to have a creative. So what I do, I go in the bathroom and I have one of my friends call me, and then, you know, when the phone rings, I say, I'm going to sit. And I run out. That actually,
now, wait, what about you? What's your picture look like? What's your picture look like? Did you say that he's a sex shop? Did you put some laughs and all that like Christmas event? What did you do this? Did you ask him, hey, what's your picture look like? What's your picture look like?
I actually look the same as high school. No, I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? Come on, Harry. Come on, Harry. Harry.
No, I'm honest. I'm just playing. I'm honest with her. I'm honest. And this one, I'm telling you, this one lady, she had my back wheel tire on my motorcycle was scraping because I had to ride it back to where she had parked at. It was unnecessary. Honestly,
Harry, you got us rolling. You got us laughing. It's all good. It's all good. My thing is, it goes both ways. Men use current picture, women use the current picture. That's important. That's so very important. So very important.
Those are integrity pieces. Right.
Yes. Harry, thank you for calling. Thank you for calling. 9:10 a.m. Superstation. We got this.
Guys, on the dating apps, and this, you got to be encouraged because I hear some women saying, I tried it, it didn't work, those dating apps. Check this out. A full third of people who have tried online dating apps have never scored a single date. A third. Number two, to be 99% certain your online message gets a response, you have to send out 114 messages. Now that's a full-time job right there, okay? And then they said 81% of online daters lie in their dating profile. Oh my goodness, 81%, that's what this said. D-Tree, we gotta come back for part 2. Say something, wrap us up, D-Tree.
The only thing that was, I put the truth on my profile, and the man that I'm dating put the truth on his as well. The only thing that was not was our username. So he's showing up the way he showed up in his profile. We have met in person twice. We spent 3 days together at one point and 3 days together at another point so that we could really get to know each other. And it's going very, very well. I'll say it that way. And I'm excited. Awesome. We can do a part 2. I'm happy to do a part 2.
This is all good. This is all good. Well, you guys, dating fatigue is normal. It's part of the dating journey. It's important to learn to cope rather than letting it define you. Coping skills are important. Your mindset. Look good. Take care of yourself. Stay hopeful. Keep dreaming. Mm-hmm. Love is real. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is out there. We'll see you later. Talk to you tomorrow. Take care. Thanks, D-Tree. We got to go.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
This was fun.
Oh, man. Wow.
Hot topic. They love that one. That was great. Hot topic. Facebook, y'all were lit up Facebook. We loved it.
Yes. So we have to do more of these kind of shows since we know that that's what it is.
Love.
Yes. Look, they're still typing. Dietrich, thank you. Thank you so much. You were awesome.
This is a lot of fun. Take care. Look, I'm going to call you because you might know who he is and check him out for me. In the background.
Did you tell him you were doing the show?
What'd you say?